Hi there, my name's Ben, and today I'm going to talk about the importance of routine. It's something that I've touched on in previous videos, and it's something that, as of very recently, that's begun to take more importance in my life. So I figured I'd share it with you all today. A routine is something that, again, a lot of people may be they may be daunted by, to start off with. I hear a lot of stuff, especially speaking with people in my age bracket and in my generation, that, I'm super indecisive. I just want to go with the flow, and I don't want to have anything really set, and I just want to whatever happens. You can still operate like that, except you can also have a routine. I mean, if you think about it, our whole life operates in a routine. We end up getting tired, we have to go to bed, then we wake up again, and anything in between, of course, is sort of going with the flow, if you could say. But I like to take mine one step further, aside from just the biological routine that we have of going to sleep and then waking up. And I like to add some more stuff on there. But before I do that, I've got narrowed it down to about 3 reasons as to why routines are so important. The first one is that it keeps you on track to hit your goals. And as it's keeping you on track, you know that, okay, I've set out this plan for myself, or maybe it's one that I've created, or that I've created with somebody else, or someone, gave me this routine as a starter. Then yeah, you have that security of knowing, okay, if I follow these steps, if I don't deviate from this, then I'm going to get the result that I want, which is, and I mean, that can literally be anything. It could be a weight loss thing. It can be just being healthier. It could be you, making more money for yourself. It could be literally anything. Literally anything. And that's another great thing about the routine itself, is that as it's keeping you on track for your goals, it's also, it becomes almost a necessary part of your day-to-day life. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's really, really important. The second reason, which for me is possibly my most favorite reason, and it's something that I've actually come to realize as well, is that having a routine can actually be very, very liberating, because you don't have to think about the stuff that is a part of it. So let's say when I first started out, okay, my routine was I'm going to make sure the only thing that was part of my routine, aside from obviously waking up and going to sleep, was I had to drink a certain amount of water every single day. And once I completed that, that was it. It was a non-negotiable. No matter what happens, I have to get this water down. And then gradually, of course, when that became second nature for me, then I started adding more stuff in. Then I started being okay, now let's go work out, or let's dedicate a certain amount of time to go read every day. Let's get to work at a particular time. And now it's to the point where I have my routine and I don't have to think about anything, because I know, okay, as soon as I wake up and done going to the bathroom and I take a shower and I do my reading and everything else, and I go to my day job and I work, and then I go work out, boom, the day, everything that I have to do for the day is done, and that leaves me free to do whatever else I want to do, to have that true freedom and say, you know what? Sure, if I want to go hang out with some friends, I can go do that. If I want to record a couple of videos, I can do that. If I want to do some writing, I can do that. And it becomes much more liberating having a routine, because you've gotten all the stuff that you need to do out of the way. Now you have even more time to do the stuff that you actually want to do. If you want to create something, or if you want to just socialize, or even if you want to just do nothing at all and hang out, then yeah, that's one of the reasons. That's probably my favorite reason as to why having a routine is so important. Now, the third reason that I narrowed down why it's important is because not only can the process be really fun to do, but it's a great mental exercise for yourself. It teaches you how to master your own self and your own reality in your own world. So then that way you can start affecting your surroundings rather than being affected by them. The reason why that this routine, or any particular routine, your routine, my routine, is so important is because it allows you to assert yourself more on your environment. It makes you stronger. And then, of course, not only that, you can also act as a source of inspiration to other people, which is one of the most important things to do. So I think for those three reasons, that you really cannot discount the importance of having a routine. Now, I can share my routine in another video if you folks are interested, but I'll share today what I do to help to build and maintain my routine as well. So number one, I start small and then I gradually add on. So that was the example that I gave you with making sure that I get my water in. Now it's a lot more. Now I do a lot more stuff. But again, this routine is almost 4 years in the making, right? Because I gradually add on bit by bit. So once my routine now becomes a habit, that part of the routine becomes a habit, then I can then I can gradually add more on. Because if you add on too much at once, then essentially there's a lot of moving parts. You're not used to it. And then there's a more chance that you're going to stop your routine. And that's just not going to help anybody. Number two, the things that I do is I make the tasks in my routine non-negotiable. So as soon as they're in the routine, it's happening no matter what, rain or shine, if I'm tired or not, it doesn't matter. It's getting done. I'm drinking the water. I'm going to work out. I'm cooking the food. I'm going to work. I put it in. I put the work in, and that's that. Once you make it non-negotiable, at least I noticed this with myself. There was almost this mental click where it's like, oh, okay, this is a non-negotiable, and it almost gave me more energy to complete the task, just so that way, again, I'm like, okay, I can get out of it, and not only can I get out of it and go and do the stuff that I actually want to do, but I also have, it's almost as though it gives you a little bit more energy to say like, oh, okay, like this is something this is really important. This has to get done. It's as important as breathing, essentially. And then number three, what I like to do is to look forward to it as well. I'm at the point now where if my routine is disrupted, let's say whether it's through travel, whether it's through vacation, whether it's through, something, illness, it doesn't matter. For me now, it's almost I almost prioritize like, okay, like I'm looking forward to getting back at it as soon as possible, because I find it has been really helpful over the past couple of years for me to have this structure in place in order to, start affecting my environment a little bit better and to start doing the things that I want to do in my life. So I would say those are the three things. Just to recap, what I do to build and maintain my routine is I start small, I gradually add stuff onto it, I make the tasks in my routine non-negotiable, and number three, I look forward to my routine. I embrace my routine. I have fun with it, essentially. So, with that said, are you folks routine oriented? Have you built a routine in the past? Do you currently have one that you're on? If so, please share it down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Maybe I can learn something from it as well. I always like to hear about the different tricks that work for different people, because eventually you could end up finding something that will help you. So if you found this useful, please let me know down in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching.